Okay, so let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation, right? Let's have a conversation about R&B artists. So we have artists like The Weeknd, Drake, Chris Brown. We also have artists like Tyrese. We also have artists like R. Kelly. We have artists like Wale. We have artists like Charlie Wilson. We have artists like Jaheim. So basically, we have a lot of people as artists, right? We have a lot of artists. And in a genre that is overlooked by hip hop. I wanted to say that beforehand. That it is underlooked by hip hop. So when we talk about R&B, we're gonna talk about who is the most creative and why they're the most creative. So, oddly enough, I think my first pick would definitely be R. Kelly. If we're saying strictly the music, nothing that really happened, just the music, right? So if we go just the music, I'm going with R. Kelly because of the Chocolate Factory, Trapped in the Closet, Save Me, Prayers, Prayer Changes Everything. You saved me. If we and Happy People. If we do it from a album standpoint, yes, I have to give it R. Kelly. If you go to a song standpoint, I'm gonna have to give it R. Kelly. He has the most hits R&B wise. Um, Second, I'm either gonna have to go Charlie Wilson or Jaheim. I'm gonna go Jaheim for second, Charlie Wilson for third, Stevie Wonder for fourth, cause he could really sing. Um, Not because he's blind, but he can really sing. So I give him the fourth spot of gratitude. Um, those are undebatable. Charlie Wilson is like the uncle of rap. They used to call him Uncle Charlie. So I think it's only considered that I give him second, right? And then we go into like the new R&B. So I'm gonna break this into different categories for each of the six other spots. Okay, so when we break into the other spots, we're gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go Neo, Usher, Neo and Usher. I'm gonna have to give Neo. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to give Neo the fifth spot. Um, I got one thing to give Usher a spot back, but it's not right now. So then we go for sixth, and sixth is still R&B wise, but it's newer R&B. So that's Bryson Tiller, that's Psy, that's Road Wade, wow, Road Wave. Um, that's also okay. So I'm gonna have to break some categories. So I'm gonna go Bryson Tiller. I'm gonna go Tyler, Kyle, and I'm gonna have to go Rod Wave. Well, I'm gonna have to go Neo. Well, my bad. I'm gonna have to go Bryson Tiller. I have to go Rod Wave, and then I'm gonna have to go whatever my third choice was. I think it was Kyle. Yeah, so I'm gonna do it like that, and I'll give Bryson Tiller the top spot, Roy Wave, and then Kyle. But I think that is the seventh. Okay, so then we get into the one hit wonders, and then okay, so I'm messing this up. Yeah, we definitely go R. Kelly. We definitely go to that. We definitely go to that, and we definitely go to that. Okay, that's cool. But I think overall, if we only talk about the catalog, we talk about catalog. I'd have to go Drake for that spot between Chris Brown and Usher. I'd have to give to Drake. The MMG Maybach Music Group, I'd have to give it to Wale, then a Morian, or Morian and then Wale, one of the two. I can't really pick between those two. Then I'd give it to Tyrese. Okay, but then I'd give it to The Weeknd. So, now to give my list on who I think are the better R&B artists. Well, I'm going to have to definitely start off with R. Kelly. I'm definitely going to have to go Jaheim, and then Charlie Wilson, and then Stevie Wonder. So it doesn't really move from the top of the charts to me. We're definitely going to look at more R&B artists. So I'm going to have to say, right? If we go R&B wise, I'm going to have to say I will give it to Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Bryson. I'm gonna have to go Neo. I'm gonna have to go Bryson Tiller. Um, Bryson Tiller. Yeah, Bryson Tiller. The Weeknd. Yeah, Bryson Tiller. The Weeknd. No, the Weeknd. Bryson Tiller. Yeah, Bryson Tiller. The Weeknd. I'm gonna have to go. What is it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go Drake, but I would rather go Usher. Um, and then I have to go to the sex symbols. That's Trey Songz, Amorion. So the sex symbols, Amorion, Trey Songz. I'm gonna have to go Trey Songz. It would definitely fit in the top category for me for sex symbols. Um, the female artist. That's what is it? SZA, Summer Walker, Jasmine Sky. And while I don't like Summer Walker's music, I will say she is doing numbers. So I'm gonna have to go Justine Sky. Um, but that's difficult because Justina Sky and her, which they do have a similar sound. So I think putting them in this category with Summer Walker is a tad bit unfair. But I think overall, it's definitely her, and then Justina Sky, and then I guess what is it, SZA, and then Summer Walker. Not necessarily because I hate Summer Walker, even though I do not like most of her music. It's just for me on a personal level, I'm not really messing with Summer Walker. That's my list. Then I have to give it to Tyrese. Tyrese and Wale. It'll definitely be Wale then Tyrese. But let me explain to you why I can't choose the. Let me tell you why I chose it. So, Save Me, Chocolate Factory, the great classics R. Kelly. The world's greatest classic. Will always be considered a classic to me. Will always be a classic. Charlie Wilson's Homeless. Yeah, Charlie Wilson's Homeless stands out to me. You Must Have Heard, another Charlie Wilson song. If I Believe You Are, great songs, legendary songs. And I hate to say it, but it's like he is like the uncle of R&B. That's cool. I know I said Bryson Tiller and The Weeknd, so I'm gonna break that down because we have Trap Soul, True to Self. We have Kissland. We have After Hours, right? And then we have House of Balloons. I loved House of Balloons. I loved Kissland. I loved Starboy, which had Reminder and Starboy. I loved it. After Hours, I liked Escape to LA. I liked Faith. I loved the After Hours song. I love the After Hours song. After Hours song was great. Overall, I did like the album, and I did like Trap Soul, which I think was the last album Bryson Tiller put out. Let me double check, but I do think that is the last album he put out. So we're gonna check real quick because I can't remember. They're a year apart. Nah, it was yeah. It was True to Self was the last album. 2017 was Get Mine, and then 2020 that new single of his is great. I do prefer his singles. I like his albums, but his singles so far have been great. The Sun, Canceled, Blame, Her Fault on that Wale album, which is just great because both of them collaborated perfectly. Which is another reason why I put Wale, Bryson Tiller, and The Weeknd in like a small bubble of rappers that aren't in it for the fame, just in it to spit their opinion and sing their opinion. Which is why I say they took more of the Charlie Wilson route, where he was just gonna speak his feelings out, and I like that. When we talk about classic R&B, the same way Her did it. As much as she doesn't get the recognition she should get, she's still a good artist. Okay, so overall, I think the Tyrese one I have to explain. So Tyrese is legendary. The song that came out was CeeLo Green. Legendary. Yeah, legendary was great. Like it. I like Shame. I like Stay with Tyrese. It's just he doesn't put out enough like R&B classics for me because I know he's a movie star. So I understand him not putting out enough movies, him not putting out enough music. But you know, I miss that. That's why I put him where I put him because he doesn't put out much music. I put him Warrion and Wale in the same category because they do make every once in a while they do make hits, but they don't necessarily go. You know, they necessarily worthy sound of like 2000s 2000s to 2010. You definitely do have that Amorion and the Weeknd and stuff like that because when they do make music, it normally catches everyone. It normally catches everybody's opinion, or it normally catches them. So that's why I put it there. We talk about albums, and I don't think they give enough R&B albums their credit. So it's Mary J. Blige, Alicia Keys, and I'd have to go Mary J. Blige, and then Alicia Keys. But Justina Scott made Collide and Trap Queen, which were great songs. They were remix versions, but they were great songs. Without a doubt. So I do think you do get to these songs where you're like, well, that's crazy. Why would he even, do that? And I think the Drake thing needs to not be explained, but I will explain anyway. So you have albums like Views, which is slightly R&B, and which is slightly R&B. I think they consider it a rap album, but I do consider it a little bit of R&B because he does speak his feelings. He does sing a little bit, not a lot. Like in the Care Package, he sings a lot. In the demo tapes, he kind of sings on like Time Flies or Loses. He kind of breaks into a sing, and then you get to songs like Jaded or March 14th or and those are raps. Those are rap albums for the most part. Some of it's rap, but you get to Take Care, and Take Care is just the real hurt, and that's just a great song. Headline, Shot for Me, Crew Love, Cameras, Doing Nothing Wrong. Those are R&B songs. As much as his albums are hip hop and rap, I do prefer some of these songs, like Western Road Flow, could be an R&B if you want to sing. Redemption could be an R&B song. Pop style, not too much. I don't really prefer pop style. But yeah, you Thank Me Later literally could be just a R&B album, which I think Certified Lover Boy will be an R&B album, which is what I'm hoping. But overall, Care Package, that's just straight R&B. I'm sorry, that is R&B. Like Club Paradise, Heat of the Moment, that's R&B. I am sorry, but that is R&B. But overall, his catalog, More Life, is, even though they consider it a mixtape, I do consider it an album, and let's call it what it is, an album. And then we get to Lose You, and then Since Way Back, Fake Love, Fake Love is a rap song, but it has the parts to be a R&B song. So that's that. No Long Talk could be an R&B song. Mamba Rebels could be 442, could be one. Teenage Fever has to be one. That's why I put Drake above Chris Brown and Usher. Usher did have Confessions, yeah. Confessions 1, Confessions 2, and yeah, for the most part, that gave him hits. Trey Songz overall, jam. He does features. What was it? Smartphones, Neighbors on My Name. Those are great songs, so I do feel to give him more credit. So overall, I do like most of these R&B songs. I do prefer R&B more. And The Weeknd, I think overall his songs are great. After Hours, it took me a while to get into, but After Hours itself is a great album. For me, personally for me, it's a good album. Not necessarily for everybody else, but for me, it's a good album. It's a good, concise, peaceful album, which I prefer. So, yeah. And Tyrese, shame. All of his songs are great, but I don't think he gets the credit he deserves either. Yeah. So I think honorable mentions are people that don't get the credit they deserve. Her, Tyrese, Wale. But everything Wale puts out is not a hit. Definitely Usher. Usher does not. His vocal range is crazy. Look, Neo's vocal range is crazy. Bryson Tiller's vocal range is crazy. But I think they'll never get the credit for that. They'll get credit for making good music. So is The Weeknd. The Weeknd on features is what I kind of like and I don't like. If it's a good feature, he can sing. He can go with his vocal range and just explode it, right? But you'll get him on some tracks where he can't even be as vocal as he wants to be. So you hear like that. You hear that. Da, 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 da. You hear that type of Weeknd and you're just not into it. So I do think that The Weeknd has a better shot of being more vocal if he wanted to be. Not necessarily saying that it's a good thing or a bad thing, but he could be more vocal if he wanted to be. Yeah. So, hope y'all enjoy. If you did, see you in the next episode. But yeah, that's all for right now. Get back to y'all on the flip side in the next episode. Good day.